Hey, hey, hey. It's Monday, and it's Cade on Monday. I know, you're probably sad because I'm not Jess, but Jess decided to be the awesome person that she is and let me steal her day. So here I am. These awesome glasses I bought. Yeah. Here's my dilemma. It's summer, officially, and I love sunglasses, and I like to spend a lot of time outside and a lot of time driving, and usually that's where the sun is in my eyes, and so I went out this weekend and I said, I'm going to buy a pair of sunglasses. So I did, but then I realized that why would I buy a pair of sunglasses when I couldn't wear them over my regular glasses? So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it anyway. So now I just wear them like this. Old pairs. Starting a trend. You know. I wanted to share. You'd be excited to know. Let me take these off so you can see my face. Hooray! I wanted you guys to know that there's this awesome documentary by this awesome diva that's coming out soon. And I wanted to tell you about it in case you hadn't heard. I'll link an article that was on Advocate down here. But Janet Jackson is producing a transgender documentary. How awesome is that? It's called Truth, and it's directed by Robert Jason. And her statement was, all people are very important to me. I've been fortunate to make friends and learn about their very different lives. Truth is our small chance to ask that you try and understand someone who lives their life in a way that is a bit different from yours, even though all of our hearts are the same. We want to stop the hate and find understanding. How cool is that? Janet Jackson is huge, and that is a great visible step for the transgender community. So high five for that. Go check that out. Jackson's on our side. Oh, and my friend, and Lori's friend too, actually, posted on Facebook a picture of a recent Ray-Ban advertisement that shows two men in fabulous suits holding hands. And it's like a mainstream Ray-Ban advertisement that's out right now. So high five for fucking Ray-Ban, because they are cool. Okay. I've talked long enough. To this week's topics. Last week was a sex talk. How could I miss that? I can't. That's why I'm here today, doubling up. I'm going to talk to you about sex and also about a person that has influenced my life greatly, which is the topic this week. So last week's topic, we had a viewer that wrote in and said she was having some sexy troubles with her girlfriend and that she didn't really enjoy going down on her, and she felt like that was causing some strife in her relationship, and they had argued about it, and she didn't know what to do because she doesn't want her girlfriend to think that she isn't in it to win it. So what does she do? And the way the question was phrased is two important parts. Number one, not everyone is just gung-ho ecstatic about every single part of sex. Sex is messy and awkward and can be somewhat uncomfortable, and that's why we suggest, and as should you, people be responsible enough to handle it, because sex before you're ready is a big deal. So, not that I'm going to get on that soapbox, but she tried to talk to her girlfriend about it, and it didn't go so well, and so they argued about it, and at the end of the message, she says that she doesn't want her girlfriend to be upset because she just has a lower sex drive. And I thought it was interesting that the viewer connected not being good at something or not enjoying it with having a low sex drive. Immediately my first reaction was, well, if it was better, do you think that you would have a higher sex drive? Maybe they're not correlated, you know? Maybe it's not that you have a low sex drive because you enjoy the other sexual activities that you're participating in. It's just that you don't like that one. I personally, I'm not sure that I'll be much help with this particular question because I don't have that problem per se. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I hope that you work it out. I don't want you or your girlfriend to be sad about sexy times. That should be a high five moment. And my best suggestion for wanting to enjoy it more is to change it up. You know, if you feel like you're not very good at it, maybe there's a way that your girlfriend can suggest you do it better. Some people aren't open to criticism like that. Some people get really offended. If you don't like to be taught, then maybe see what you can do to warrant a different reaction. If you don't like, this is really graphic, I'm sorry, that was the question. If you yourself don't enjoy it, maybe introducing other things into the action would help, such as flavored things. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about that, because there are a lot of viewers that probably don't want to hear this coming from me. So if you're having that problem, remember to think outside the box. And I think it'll be good. Moving on. Just this is as awkward as I get. If you want to know any more about sex or my sexual opinions, then you should message me, because I do much better in written word than in verbal. Anyway, this week's topic is completely different, but yet maybe not, is about someone or something in the gay community, in the LGBTQIA community, that inspired and mentored us when we were first starting out, or when we were having a rough time, or, all of the above. And I thought really hard about this topic because I didn't have one person that was like a mentor for me, especially through my physical transition. Because I'm not like a pioneer by any means, but I have been in physical transition for a while. And at the time that I started, I don't feel like it was as visible as it is now. It was, 4 or 5 years ago. So YouTube actually helped me out a lot, and videos just like this one that you're watching, with guys just talking about how they feel and what's going on in their lives, and people just documenting their self journey, was a huge help, because it's really nice to know that other people are going through the same shit you are. When you feel awkward or uncomfortable or ridiculous, and someone else says, "Oh man, I'm fucking ridiculous too," then somehow you don't feel as bad. Which brings me to Southern Comfort. If you are on this channel and you know someone that is transgendered, or you yourself are transgendered or going through a physical transition, I suggest that you hit up Southern Comfort. It's a conference, a trans education conference in Atlanta in September. It's actually the weekend of my birthday. Holler. And I'll be going this year, and I'm going with some awesome friends, and I have been wanting to go for years. So I'm really, really stoked. And if you or anyone you know is wanting to learn more about the trans community or needs some support, hit up that conference. I'll put the link down below. Very, very good resource. Yeah. So I think sometimes a mentor can come when you least expect it. It may not be a person entirely. It may be just one phrase or one conversation or one picture or a YouTube channel or anything. Something that reminds you to keep going and inspires you to be you. And with saying that, I just wanted to give a shout out to a couple of trans guys, because I think that we're all so focused, not just trans people, but just the gay community in general, the queer community, are so focused on our struggles and our overcoming our flaws and our negativity and all the things that we're like constantly a work in progress on, that sometimes we forget about the positives and we forget about our skills and the things that we do well. I think it's very, very important to remind yourself that there are things that work in your life and reasons that you're happy and that you're awesome and that people should be friends with you. So I know two guys that have been in the the trans community for a while now, and they are both doing awesome things. One, his name is Sky, and he is a musician and an artist, and he puts out some amazing shit, and he just put out his album that he put together for his girlfriend that was overseas. So check out that link down below. Some awesome music from somebody in our community. Buy his album. He's great. And then my other friend and fellow trans brother, Aiden, actually just started his own t-shirt company, and he makes specifically trans guy t-shirts. And he puts a portion of the profits towards other guys' transitions, and he donates binders, and he just does a lot to be visible and to be relevant in the trans community. So props to them. They probably won't even watch this video, but you should go check them out. Tell them that I sent you. And remember that there are things that you do well and that you should be stoked about them and not always so concerned with the things that you don't do well. I hope that you guys have a great week. I hope you like seeing my face on Monday. You'll get Jess soon enough, I promise. Tell me one thing you're doing this summer, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.